Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
My life was, by all accounts, perfect. I was Leo Rain, on the cusp of a major promotion at my tech firm, engaged to Wilma Fane, an ambitious and brilliant project manager at a prestigious architectural firm, who was eyeing a partnership that would cement her career. And then there was Owen Hedda, my best friend since college, a man I considered a brother. Owen was a well-respected councilman in our tight-knit suburban community, known for his unwavering integrity and dedication to local initiatives. His wife, Sarah Hall, was like a sister to Wilma. The four of us were inseparable, spending holidays, weekends, and countless dinners together. We even had a running joke about buying side-by-side houses someday. Then, 5 months ago, my world imploded. Wilma had left her tablet open on the kitchen counter, and a notification caught my eye. An email from Owen, casually mentioning a private follow-up to a community project meeting, signed off with an unusual level of familiarity. A cold dread settled in my stomach. I searched her email, and what I found sent a shockwave through me. More emails, disguised as professional correspondence, but hinting at clandestine meetings, late-night project reviews, and suggestive language. My hands trembling, I accessed our joint phone account. The call logs and text messages between Wilma and Owen told a horrifying story. Hundreds of daily texts, peaking at nearly 500 around the holidays, often late into the night. They were texting each other even when we were all together at holiday dinners, sitting across the table from me, from Sarah. My mind reeled. I confronted Wilma, laying out the evidence. She broke down, admitting everything. "It just happened, Leo. We fell in love. I'm so sorry, but I don't feel anything for you anymore." She and Owen had apparently been seeing a relationship counselor for weeks, trying to figure out how to gentle break the news to me and Sarah. Gentle, my fiancé and my best friend, orchestrating my heartbreak with a therapist while I was planning our wedding. I was utterly destroyed, a hollow shell of myself. But beneath the anguish, a cold, hard anger began to simmer. I might be broken, but I wasn't powerless. Owen's council seat was his identity, his pride, his entire public persona. Wilma's dream of partnership at Sterling and Hayes, the firm she'd dedicated 10 years of her life to, was within her grasp. These were their lifeblood, their ambitions. I knew they weren't planning on making their affair public, not while it jeopardized their carefully constructed futures. And that, I realized, was their greatest vulnerability. An affair between a respected public official and a private citizen involved in high-profile community development projects, especially one seeking a major professional advancement, was political suicide and a massive reputational risk. My plan was meticulous, built on their fear of exposure. First, I compiled every shred of evidence, screenshots of their admissions, their hundreds of texts, the coded emails about their secret meetings. I crafted a fake email persona, concerned citizen for integrity, an angry, fabricated former campaign volunteer for Owen. This persona sent a scathing, anonymous email directly to Owen, stating that I knew about his affair with Wilma, detailing specific dates and locations of their liaisons that only an insider would know. The email ended with a stark warning: resign immediately, or I would publicly expose him and Wilma at the next highly anticipated town council meeting, with all the evidence sent to local media. I also sent a subtly worded, anonymous email to Wilma, hinting that serious allegations about Owen's conduct and her close involvement were about to surface, threatening her professional standing. I implied that I'd heard whispers about a disgruntled source, and that her reputation at Sterling and Hayes could be collateral damage. The fear of a public scandal hitting her prestigious firm, just as she was being considered for partnership, would be immense. Both emails implied that the source was unstoppable, and that I, Leo, had tried to talk them down to no avail. As expected, panic ensued between them. Owen, terrified of public disgrace and the destruction of his carefully cultivated image, folded. He preemptively met with the mayor and the council's ethics committee, tearfully confessing to a lapse in judgment that had become a personal matter, now threatening his public service. The mayor, a staunch supporter, had no choice but to recommend his immediate resignation. Owen, utterly humiliated, resigned the very next day, citing personal reasons. Once news of Owen's resignation and the thinly veiled reason behind it began to ripple through the community, I made my final move. I sent a package, still anonymously, to Sterling and Hayes' senior partners. It contained the same compiled evidence, framed as a concern for professional integrity, regarding Wilma's judgment and discretion while involved with a disgraced public figure, especially given her imminent partnership. The firm, a beacon of professionalism, couldn't ignore the optics. A week later, I heard through a mutual acquaintance that Wilma's partnership offer had been rescinded. She was offered a demotion or an exit. She chose the latter, her career at the firm effectively over, her professional reputation in our close-knit industry tainted beyond repair. Owen has vanished from public life, no longer attending community events, his integrity shattered. Sarah, blindsided and devastated, is divorcing him, taking the house and leaving him with nothing but a damaged reputation and alimony payments. Wilma has left our community, unable to face the whispers and the shame, struggling to find comparable work elsewhere. I see them sometimes, separate and isolated, the architects of their own destruction. It took everything I had, but they lost what they valued most: their public image, their ambition, and their carefully constructed futures. And I sleep soundly knowing they got exactly what they deserved. The betrayal still stings, but seeing them reap the consequences of their deceit, that is a satisfaction I will carry with me always. This wasn't just revenge, it was justice served cold and swift.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.